Today we got a bunch of huge news coming out of Disney Lorcana. Let's recap everything we heard and break it all down. Hello there, welcome back. My name is Donald, aka the Scruffy Looking Gamer, and today we got a ton of huge news out of the Disney Lorcana Lorecast, and I just want to go over basically just a recap real quick of all the stuff we got. But first, I'm trying out something new, different camera angle instead of being at my computer. Let me know what you think about this. Also, I want to say I have got a lot of new subscribers in the last week, and I appreciate all you guys coming in. I've set a goal now. I want to hit that 250 mark of subscribers. So if you're new here and you like the content, if you could, please give me a subscribe down below. I'd appreciate it a lot. Really helps out. But let's talk about Disney Lorcana Lorecast today, Tuesday, May the 6th. I thought overall production value of the thing was like through the roof compared to what we've had in the past. I know they've been learning, they've been trying to get new ideas and really get there on what they're wanting to do with those. And I think that this one kind of hit it out of the park with a lot of stuff. And they also were combating to a certain extent the leaks that they had already coming out. They knew about those. They addressed that they knew about those. So kind of gauging the community, what the community already expected, and then making sure that they release that stuff in a positive way, and what they explaining what their intentions were and all that. I thought they did a good job of that. So let's just go through some stuff here. I want to talk about real quick some highlights. Rotation. Yes, we are getting rotation. If you're new to TCGs, this is normal. I mean, rotation happens. It's just what happens. It keeps the game fresh. We've been playing the same decks for set after set after set. And when a new set comes out, you add one card to the deck and you just keep playing the same cards. I mean, I don't want to play like that. I don't know why people think that that's fun to just keep playing the same thing over and over and over. But that's not the way I want to play. But the good news is, if that's the way you want to play, there's a format called Infinity, where you can play all the cards from any sets. It's an eternal format, so it doesn't rotate. As sets keep coming out, it will always have all the cards in those sets. People are kind of confused. Well, is Hiram banned in Infinity? I'm going to assume that Infinity will have a separate ban list. That's usually how that goes. So we haven't heard for sure yet, but I'm going to say that they probably unban Hiram in Infinity. At least, maybe not right away, but at some point Hiram does get unbanned there. But that's rotation. I mean, that's how games work. One Piece announced a rotation about a month back. Magic has been doing rotation for the last 30 years. It's just what games do. If you don't do rotation, everybody's going to say, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't do rotation. Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Has something that is a bigger problem called power creep. If you don't have rotation, then you just have to make your cards better or people won't play with them. So when you power creep and make cards better than the cards you already have, is that not the same thing as rotation? Because you're not playing those old cards anymore, because you got to play the new cards that are better than the old cards. I mean, it's the same thing. I would rather have rotation than have power creep, because it keeps all the cards kind of on the same playing field. But that's where we are. Another big important thing to note is that they did say that they will be supporting Infinity. It's not just like, oh, well, we only support core constructed, and if you want to play Infinity, fine. But no, they said they will be supporting it. There will be DLCs that are Infinity constructed. So I'm anxious to see how they go with that. Will they give us, at game stores, will they give us separate prize support for Infinity versus core if they go that far? But I mean, hey, having it at the challenges as a format is huge in actually supporting it. Next, let's go to epic and iconic cards. So we saw this leaked, but we got it confirmed. Pretty much exactly what we thought. Epic cards will be harder to pull than legendaries, but easier to pull than enchanted. Iconic cards will be harder to pull than the enchanted cards. The epic cards will have existing artwork, but have an open air frame. The iconic cards will be new artwork of existing cards, though nothing is mechanically unique. But the iconic cards will be a highly chaseable card. There are confirmed only 2 cards in Fabled when the iconic cards come out, a Mickey Mouse and a Minnie Mouse. Which, I mean, you know, Mickey and Minnie are your goats of Disney. So like, makes sense that those are the 2 iconic cards. But in iconic, when this takes effect, there will be 18 epic cards and then the 2 iconic cards. So that adds some chase value to the boxes. I think it's a good thing. I mean, I really don't see hardly any downside here. I know people are going to be like, well, I've never even pulled an enchanted. How am I going to pull an iconic? But imagine when you do pull that iconic card, like it's just going to be mind blown. So I think it's great. I'm glad to see them doing that. Worlds announcement. Worlds will be in June. People are bummed that it is a closed event, that there will not be people able to go. It is a bummer. I wouldn't have gone anyway, but it is a bummer to not have that. They did say that they're going to knock it out of the park with the stream, the production of that. And I think one of the biggest things people were concerned about was they announced a whole new World promo that was going to be released at Worlds. Well, if we can't go, how do we get the Worlds promo? Well, they said there will be a way to get it for those that are tuning into the broadcast. They didn't really go into detail beyond that, but I think it is hopeful that we can get our hands on those whole new World promos still, which is pretty sweet. As far as like the rest of the competitive season for this year, they did lay out that they will be doing, there are going to be DLCs this year. They did say that. They didn't announce when specifically, but they did say that DLCs will coincide with rotation. Well, we get rotation with set 9. So it's only fair to assume that when set 9 comes out, we'll have a DLC not too long after that. That's in the fall, August, September. We should have a DLC, and then probably another one at the end of the year in December, maybe. So I'd say we get at least 1, if not 2 DLCs this year. They're supposed to announce more about that at Worlds. And that's pretty much it about Worlds. Let's move on. New properties. I think this one was like maybe one of the best moments of the whole thing, because really none of this was spoiled. This was leaked to us. Like, this was all just kind of brand new information. In sets 8 and 9, we're getting Goofy Movie and Bambi. I don't know if anybody was like, oh man, I can't wait to get Bambi, but I know people were like, when is Goofy Movie coming? So that was huge. Set 10, Black Cauldron. I know my buddy Trey will be excited about Black Cauldron. That's his favorite. That's a Dark Horse movie. Like, people don't even know that exists. And that's his favorite Disney movie. So Black Cauldron, I think, is huge. Gargoyles as well, coming in set 10. I did not expect that one. That one blew my mind that we're getting Gargoyles. I think that's awesome. The real banger for me, though, today was Darkwing Duck coming in set 11. I love Darkwing Duck. I watched that so much as a kid. If there's not a Darkwing Duck enchanted, I don't know. I won't be able to handle myself. And those are all the new properties that we got. They did say, though, I don't even remember when, last year sometime, that Pixar is coming in 2026. So set 12, 13-ish, we should be seeing Pixar as well. But they didn't announce that. But I mean, that's still so far away. It's still a year away, probably. But and lastly, communication. So I think they've been pretty good as a new company, a new TCG, as far as communication goes. I've seen completely the opposite end of communication, and they're doing above and beyond what some other games have failed to do. But it could always be better, and they are aware of that, and they have made a dedication to make that better. And so we are going to see weekly Lorecasts starting this Thursday, 2 days from now. We'll get our first one, and they're going to be every week. So I don't know what more you could ask for if they're going live every week and discussing what's going on in the game. Your communication can't get much better than that, honestly. It really can't. We'll see what the structure and format of those turn out to be like, but I mean, it can't be bad. Any information is good information. I mean, just not being in the dark. So we plan to see more on Discord, more on Twitch, just more communication overall. And they really highlighted in this whole thing how much the team has grown recently, and that shows that they are putting more resources into the game. They are a real TCG. They want to be a real TCG in the market. They want to get up there in that upper echelon of TCGs that have been around for 30 years. They want to do things right, and they're adding team members to do that. They're adding team members that aren't just brand new to the world of TCGs. They're coming from other games. They're coming from the big three. They are really bringing their expertise into this game, and the game is healthy and moving forward. That's all that we can ask for. So yeah, what were your thoughts on the entire thing? That was just kind of a quick overview of most of the information we got today. I'm going to put out some more in detail videos about some stuff, but I just wanted to give a real quick recap while it was still pretty fresh in my brain and fresh on my notes that of what we saw today. So let me know what you think down in the comments. I appreciate all the support. If you want to give me a like, if you want to give me a subscribe, it really helps out a lot. And until next time.